Hello, I'm Ihor, and at the cp0x I'm responsible for permissionless interfaces. Today, let's discuss something many of you maybe faced: restriction in blockchain protocols frontends. Many protocols restrict users in their official frontends based on location, IP address, or even wallet address. And what's interesting is that sometimes this restriction appears quietly. So one day it works, and another day you see something like access not available in your region. And the truth is this restriction mostly impact users who don't know how to interact with smart contracts directly. So people who rely on frontends, the majority of users, and the ones who are affected the most. Those who really need access to smart contracts, of course, always find a way to find an alternative way. So, ironically, the people who get blocked are not the bad actors, but regular, everyday crypto users. So, and these protocols, like some of these protocols that have restriction, and we know many others. So usually none of these protocols block users at the blockchain level because it's either just technically impossible or too expensive if they do it. And at cp0x we believe that every user deserves unrestricted access to the blockchain and all the opportunities it provides. And we are strongly against limiting user rights at all. And that's why we create permissionless interfaces. And our goal here is pretty simple. Make DeFi permissionless again. So, to be honest, at least it's frontends, and I'm not sure it ever was fully permissionless before, but anyway, we want to give users easy, unrestricted access to blockchain tools and protocols. And today our platforms supports 8 protocols. And whenever possible, we use open source code version of this interfaces, so user don't need to run new front end. But many protocols don't open source and don't publish their interface at all, so they're not open source, and we need to implement it from scratch. We have already adapted some interfaces and built entirely from scratch Sky and Morphon. Yes, and our roadmap includes roughly 10 more high-demand interfaces. Unfortunately, building these interfaces takes more time than we would like, and there are a few reasons for that. The basic idea of interface is simple: let user interact with smart contracts, and technically sending transaction is of course a straightforward process. But users need more than button that signs transaction. They need context, where to send it, what's safe, what's profitable, what's optimal, and they have a lot of other questions. And for that we need some analytics like APY, total value looked, number of holders, takers, and a lot of more information. Even something as basic as listing all pools or markets on front end becomes sometimes tricky. Getting this data fully on chain is very slow or even hard sometimes. Most smart contracts simply don't store it, and so in ideal case we need to pull it from Ethereum blocks. But it means hundreds of RPC calls to load just one page. Tools like the Graph and Dune, for example, help, but indexing sometimes slow, and it's not truly Web3 approach, for example, sometimes, and data isn't always fresh. And in addition, many protocols store detailed analytics in their private subgraphs or their own databases. So we have to be sometimes creative and improvise. We show only data that we can reliably fetch, and sometimes use proxy requests to some APIs to keep things fast. And that's how we keep our interfaces quick and responsive. Yes. In the long term, we want to eliminate these trade-offs and make our interface fully on-chain while keeping the same performance. And what about next plans? First of all, continue delivering high-demand interfaces and keep improving the user experience. And we are going to make the interfaces truly Web3. It means fetching all data directly from blockchain and eventually eliminating how to external API calls. Another one of our priorities is deploying interface through IPFS and Tor network. And we are already beginning to experiment with Tor and deployed both like Tornado Cache and Sky interfaces. Yes, and in the nearest future, we might notice about it, maybe. Additionally, everything we build is open source, and we believe that users should have the option to run the interface however they want. So we might in GitHub repositories and Docker images, allowing anyone to run our interfaces locally if desired. And here you can see links. And I hope this gives you a clear picture of what we are building and why it matters. Thank you.